Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my third lesson of D2, chapter number 10, exercise 10C. Here I am with you with a new episode of Converse Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem and what is Converse Pythagoras theorem? How to apply Pythagoras theorem and how to decide the given triangle is a right angle triangle or not by applying Converse Pythagoras theorem. If you're joining us late, you have to watch the previous lessons, for which I'll give the link in the description box, because the lessons of mathematics requires continuous practice and integration of the previous lesson with the new lesson. Let's move to question number 3 and let's read the question from the book. Question 3 says, in triangle STU, ST is 7 by 12 centimeter, then T to U is 5 by 6 centimeter, SU is 1 by 3 centimeter, and then the requirement of the question is STU a right angle triangle? Okay, here in this question, we have to decide whether the given lengths are the lengths of the right angle triangle or not. So recall my previous lesson in which we discussed about the converse Pythagoras theorem, that how to apply converse Pythagoras theorem to decide the given lengths are the lengths of the right angle triangle or not. If we look at the given lengths, one of the lengths is 7 by 12, other two are 5 by 6 and 1 by 3. Here the lengths are in fractions and they do not have the same denominator, so it's better first to make the denominator same. Okay, so what we have to do, my TU length is 5 by 6, TU length is 5 by 6, and that in order to make my denominator 12, what I have to do, I have to multiply and divide this fraction 5 by 6 by 2, so it will become 5 multiplied by 2, and denominator will become 6 multiplied by 2 and 10 by 12 TU, and same for SU. And why we are doing so, I'm telling you, because in this way the denominators will become same and we can easily compare the fractions. So 1 by 3, in order to make 3 to 12, what I have to do, I have to multiply the denominator and numerator by 4, and it will become 4 by 12. 4 by 12. Now if we see all the denominators, now they are the same, they are 12, and then we know the rule of fractions, that when denominators are same, the larger the numerator, the larger the fraction is. So according to that rule, the largest fraction will be 10 by 12, or the longest side will be 10 by 12. So what we have to do, because TU is the longest side, so what we have to do, please recall the previous lesson and practice the previous lesson well so that you can understand new lesson easily. 10 by 12 square, I have to take the square, and it will become 10 square is 100 and 12 square is 144. And let me mark this answer. And coming to shorter sides, now if the previous lesson is clear and easy for you, then this lesson will not be difficult at all. ST square plus SU square. ST has the value 7 by 12, 7 by 12 square, plus SU is 4 by 12, and we have to put a square. Recall the square of 7 and 12. This is 49 by 144 and 16 by 144. As the denominators are same, so we can easily add up the fractions. 144, 49 plus 16, and what will be the answer? 49 plus 16, 65 by 144. 65 by 144. Now what we have to do, Recall previous lesson. Hurry up. Okay. We have to compare these two answers. If we look at the answer of TU square, that is 100 by 144, and this answer is 65 by 144. Both the answers are not same. So what we have to decide, because TU square is not equal to ST square plus SU square, so the given triangle is not a right angled triangle. Very easy question. And let's move to next question, and let me read the question from the book. Question 4 says, a rectangular grass patch PQRS has the sides 40 meters by 30 meters. A straight path which cuts through the grass patch joins S to Q. Lamp post X is located on SQ such that SX ratio SQ is 16:9 and R to X length is 24 meters. Janvi walks along the path and stops at the point which is nearest to R. Show that he stops at X. Okay. Now, if we read the question carefully, we can see the question is asking us that Janvi stops at the point which is nearest to R, and we have to show that he is stopping at X. In order to show that Janvi stops at point X and he is nearest to R, we actually have to show that he is at right angle at point X and he is making a right angle situation at RXS and RXQ. Or the third thing that we can understand for the solution of this question is that the triangle RXS and RXQ is a right angle triangle. Okay, I hope now you are clear that in order to show that Janvi is stopping at X and he is closer to R, we have to show that he is stopping at the position on XQ line which is making 90-degree angle with SQ line, or the triangle RXS and RXQ is a right angle triangle. Now recall my previous lesson that how to show that the triangles are the right angle triangle, for which we have to take help from converse Pythagoras theorem. If you find difficulty in understanding the question, you can watch the previous lessons where we have discussed the converse Pythagoras theorem. Now, in order to show RXS triangle is a right angle triangle, we have to show that square of the longest side equals to sum of squares of other two shorter sides, and same for the triangle RXQ. But if we look at the triangle SXQ, we can see that only two sides, but even here this is not this length of this side, this is the ratio. Point X is actually dividing the line segment SQ in the ratio 16:9. We are not given with the length of this side. If we look at PQ side and SR sides are parallel. So if PQ is 40, this can also be 40. Now is the problem that how to find SX length and SQ length. Okay, if we look at the given information, we can see that SX ratio XQ is 16:9. First of all, given ratios are SX upon XQ is 16:9 or 16/9. It means that SX will be 16/25 because the sum of ratios is 25, part of this total length SQ. So The first problem is to find the length SQ, and SQ can easily be calculated in the triangle. Let me make small triangle here so that my students can understand easily. This is P, Q, and this is S, and this is 40, and this is 30. Now, SQ square equals to, this is 40 square plus 30 square, and this can be taken as 1600 plus 900, which is equal to 16 plus 9 is 2500, and SQ. For SQ, what we have to do, first of all, recall previous lesson. I have to think about the number whose square is 25, that is 50, and now take the square root on both sides, and this will give me 1 by 2 equals to 50 square dot 1 by 2. This will be going, and SQ length, that's the length of the diagonal, that is 50. And let me block the answer. So that you can see this calculation easily. And now the second problem is to find that when the ratios of SX part and XQ part are given, then what will be the portion of SX out of this 50? So SX length will be equal to 16 upon sum of the ratios is 16 plus 9 multiplied by 50. Okay, you can take the help from D1, chapter ratios and proportions, and this will give me 16 by 25 and multiplied by 50. 25 ones are and 25 twos are, and 16 multiplied by 2 is 32. SX is 32 meters. Okay, let me write it in a different pen because these are the ratios and this is the length, 32. Okay, and now for the other part, that is X to Q, I will not be applying the ratio method. I will just be taking away this answer from 50 because the total length is given to us 0 minus this is 10 minus 2 is 8 and 18. XQ is 18 meters. Okay, so this is 18 meters. Now we have solved two problems that we have all three lengths of both the triangles with us. Now is the time to decide whether these triangles are right triangles or not. If both the triangles are right triangles, or even if we can prove that one of the triangle is a right triangle, and if the vertex X comes 90 degree, then it's obvious according to the concepts of geometry that if this portion of the angle is 90 degree, we can take away this answer from 180 degree and we can get the other angle as well. But even then we will be checking through converse Pythagoras theorem whether both the triangles are right triangle or not. Okay, now after getting the length of the sides, now is the problem to check whether the triangle SXR, okay, is a right angle triangle or not. In triangle SXR, okay, and now what I have to do, I have to make a sketch over here. Let me make a small triangle. This is X, this is S, and this is R, and we can see that the given lengths are 40, 24 and 32. This is 40, this is 24, and this is 32. Obviously we can see that 40 is the longest side, so 40 square equals to SR square equals to 40 square equals to 1600. Now what I have to do, that SX square plus XR square equals to 32 square plus 24 square, and let me check the answers. 32 square is 32 multiplied by 32 is 1024. 1024, and this is 576 if I'm not mistaken. 24 multiplied by 24 is 576. Okay, and add them up. Plus 1024, this is 1600. Now let me mark it 1 and let me mark it 2. Okay, and then from 1 and 2, it's clear that SR square equals to SX square plus XR square. So the triangle SXR triangle is a right angle triangle with right angle at x, with angle x 90 degrees, and why and how we are deciding, because converse Pythagoras theorem says that if the square of the longest side comes same as the sum of squares of other two shortest sides, then the triangle will be a right angle triangle, and 40 is the longest base. Okay, and so that's why it will be the right angle at vertex x. And if we apply the concepts of basic geometry, we can see that this total angle is 180 degrees. If I'm taking away 90 degree from that, the rest portion is also 90 degree angle. But even we can check it through converse Pythagoras theorem by taking the triangle RX and Q. Now again decide that which one is the longest side of this triangle. Let me make small triangle here so that students can understand easily. Okay, and then let me go over here. This is Q, this is X, and this is R. This is 24, this is 30, and this is 18. Okay, now see which one is the largest or longest side. Longest side is QR or 30. Okay, now QR square equals to 30 square, which is equal to 900. Let it be 1. And now what we have to do, that QX square plus XR square equals to 18 square plus 24 square. And let me check the squares. 18 is 324. Okay, please learn the squares because the questions can come in paper 1 where calculator is not allowed. 24 square is 576 plus 576. Add them up carefully. Okay, plus 324. Okay, 900. Okay, and let me mark it 2. So what are we observing? That QR square equals to QX square plus XR square. So again, triangle RXQ is a right angle triangle, Now we have to decide on what vertex we are getting angle 90 degree. If we look at all the lengths 30, 24 and 18, 30 is the longest space. So the angle opposite to 30 will be the right angle. So again we are getting the right angle at this position. And let me mark over here as well with angle X equals to 90 degrees. Okay, so as RX is perpendicular to SQ, so that means that Janvi stops at X and he is at the closest distance from the lamp post, okay, to vertex R. I hope you are clear about this lesson. For next difficulty level, please Watch this lesson carefully, because this lesson is not only helpful for this chapter but for further trigonometry for those students who are doing D3. This is important for those students as well. So please watch this lesson, like, share and subscribe the channel, and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much, and write your comments in comment section